leaves the car in the nearest empty slot and goes back to get the car which has actually been requested out. You could have multiple dollies to speeden up the process. It depends on the client to client, the timing and the investment that he would like to put into such projects. The first system required only 130, this one requires 200 square feet against a conventional design of 300 to 330 square feet per car. Your payback is the day you complete the car park.
The car is taken out from the stall and shuttle, and the dolly carries it back to the elevator. The elevator goes up. The car is lowered on the shuttle from the dolly by the closing of the dolly forks. The exit door is opened. The driver drives out the car. System 3 is the parkomat. The other facility is installed at one of the busiest street crossings of the city, Park Street, Rodden Street. This is the overground automatic parking system, which functions on ground +2 levels.
If you recall the last two systems you saw, this is the third one, completely different from the previous two.
Over here, the cars are driven onto a pallet at the entrance lobby.
The lift has been changed here. In this case, it's a cantilever lift with a turntable built into the lift. This is running for this is the 9th year of operations for this particular system. I think we have parked a few lakh cars till date.
The driver locks and leaves the car. Now the turntable rotates 90 degrees and the lifting starts. After the lifting is complete, the gantry crane collects, transports and parks the car into its specified slot.
If you see the hook of the carrier, which is lifting the yellow thing, which is lifting the pallet on which the car is parked, you need a tolerance of less than 4 millimeters. That is the tolerance level at which we are working, near perfect. Park a Mercedes. We have made this for very large cars. This being our first project, we did a few mistakes of making it too big, but it was a beginning. No fighting with the ticketing attendants, whether it has costed you 10 bucks or 20 rupees or 30 rupees. The system tells you how much. The car is safe, untouched, and you don't waste a lot of fuel driving around trying to find one parking space. You could see the hooks noiseless operation.
At the time of car retrieval, the gantry crane brings the car on the lift and it is brought down to leave.
So it's always drive in, drive out. You don't need to reverse. Modified and changed in the future date. We've got multiple lobbies.
The success of these technologies and many more under development has been a huge leap for Simpark Infrastructures Private Limited to provide a cheaper and feasible solution to ease out the hazards of public parking in India. They are eco-friendly. Since the cars do not travel in any of the systems, they do not occupy road carriageway or ground areas. They can be dismantled and moved to other locations. Car delivery time is faster than any other system, and they are completely safe for everybody. This is just the beginning. Simpark Infrastructure Private Limited is working hard as a citizen to help improve the availability of public parking to promote a healthier and safer urban India.
That is, in short, 15 minutes what we are. However, there are a couple of aspects of a car park which I would not like to delve into the issue of whether parking is a big problem or not, whether we are creating too much pressure on the infrastructure or not. We are into creating an infrastructure which can stand pressure. We don't discuss negative. We don't discuss that reduce pressure on the infrastructure. We say create an infrastructure which can take the pressure 10 times and more. Now, there is one aspect of car park which, in brief, to gain more respect of all the audience, what we have been doing in the last few years, it took us 11 years to reach where we are now. Car parking projects are not viable worldwide. I'm talking about the direct costs, because parking rates are 10 rupees, 20 rupees, and you cannot recoup hundreds of crores being invested into these car parks by charging 10 bucks, 20 bucks. So what do? We inbuilt a certain amount of commercial space which can be sold or leased out to bring the investment at a level which can sustain these 10 rupees and 20 rupees. So it's a financial structuring that we have to do. The second issue, we are consultants to Corporation of Delhi and we are creating 16 car parks all underground. Each car park is going to hold an average of 1,000 cars. So more than 16 to 19,000 car slots just in Delhi alone. We tried with other cities also, but the kind of problems that we face, I cannot discuss in an open forum like this, but we are all aware. And that really is a big hindrance to these projects getting off the ground. NDMC, New Delhi Municipal Corporation, along with DLF, we are going to create the world's biggest car parking. Of course, you have heard about car parks in China and Germany having 500 cars, 800 cars, 1,000 cars. But if you ever go and visit these locations, these installations, there are multiple systems integrated into one area with one ticketing or one control mechanism. Here we are there to create one system of 1,400 cars, having 20 lifts. There are many such projects coming up in Delhi. The other one with MCD is in Kamla Nagar. It's a rotary. In case people know Delhi, they know the Kamla Nagar area. We are creating about 900 cars going 6 levels below the ground. So it's just not the electromechanical aspect of these car parks, but also the civil engineering which is going behind these creations. Now, what is it about car parks that we don't know? We have gone through some of the aspects of green buildings. We have gone through affordability housing, affordability construction. Now let us see how we actually